Vincent Carew, you're the Executive Director for the Middle East, Africa and India region for Cyril Sweet. The company established its Middle East operation in Dubai in 2006, but has since expanded into a number of other regions. Can you discuss the key factors behind the company's expansion success?
I think the reason why we set about the expansion in the first place was back in 2008 we'd established two offices principally, which was Dubai and Abu Dhabi. And by late 2008 we had a serious recession on our hands, so we had two choices. One choice was to consolidate and remain within, or expand, and we took the choice to expand. So basically we followed a strapline, which was to follow the oil and to look at regions that had large indigenous populations with major infrastructure requirements. So we decided to move from the strategic location being the UAE, and we saw opportunities in KSA, Saudi Arabia. And from there we moved on to Iraq, and then we since moved on to other project locations across the region.
So how has the last year altered the regional construction industry landscape?
Well, in the context of the UAE, it's been quite debilitating in some respects. I mean, the negatives are that we've had continued effects from the downturn. We've had basically a positive message from the government, which is in response to the downturn in the real estate sector, there was promises of increased capital spending, and they were put into play, but unfortunately we didn't see those come to fruition as fast as we'd like. So effectively what we have this year is a lag, where we have the delay in the sort of the capital investment programs, downturn in the real estate, and that's leading to what I would think probably tougher, if not tougher trading conditions than we had in 2009. But the positive side is the UAE is moving from one that's resource driven to sort of innovation. So there's sort of initiatives like nuclear, aerospace, semiconductor, but they're all in embryonic stages. So unfortunately we're seeing a transition that's just going to be a difficult period.
In relation to regional expansion, which model would you normally use? Joint ventures, partnerships or fully owned entities?
That's interesting. I mean, we normally, first of all, we don't follow acquisition within the MENA. It's normally organic growth. So for us, for KSA, it was we opened an office on a speculative basis, so it's a wholly owned subsidiary. But in other areas, for example, we've used the alliance option because we've got clients within the Middle East, particularly in the UAE, who have investment programs outside the UAE, and due to our relationship and trust and delivery, they've asked us to come and manage those investments in those regions. So for example, in Morocco or Syria or any of these locations, we followed our clients in to deliver projects. And in that case, we bring our global know-how, for example, if it's healthcare, to deliver a hospital, but what we need to find is a local partner who can deliver to the same standards. So we will undertake serious due diligence and market research to find the right partner and build that relationship. And the initial relationship is developed around an alliance. And if that project is successful and we think that we want to stay in that country because we see great opportunity, then we'll probably continue on to the traditional model, which is to open an office.